Hello guys, what's up? My name's Malaki and
I'm Lucas.
Welcome to the podcast. Let's get into it.
Alright, bet. So was N'Keal Harry a bust? Is the first bit of news today. This is interesting. I don't think he was a bust, personally.
To be former first round pick, okay. For a first round draft pick in the NFL, it's a very valuable thing, especially in any sport, but in the NFL, the first round picks are more valuable than most sports. So for him to be a first round pick and put up stats let me see quickly. 12 receptions, 105 yards for his first season. Granted, he only had 5 games started, but I think he's improved a little bit, but 2 seasons should show you where the direction of his career is going, unless he doesn't change something.
Well, I'll give him this. Okay, so he wants out of New England, obviously, right? So first year he wasn't in the rotation a lot. He had 12 receptions, obviously, and he also had an injury. I'm pretty sure he only played 7 games or something. Yeah. And then when you look at it, this year he improved dramatically. I think he had 33 receptions and 309 yards. That's really good. That's 9.4 yards average, right?
That's not bad.
So that's really good. I like that from him. So.
Where do I want him? I would like him to go. I think a team with a lower skilled team where he would get more in the rotation would be a good fit for him. What I think maybe the Dolphins or the Jets, something where he'll get more in the rotation a little bit.
I could see him shining really in Miami with the Dolphins and Tua, because I think they'd be a good fit. I think he'd get more receptions, which I think he needs more receptions to let him shine a lot. Because, I feel like he has potential still. He's only, 2 years in. I feel like he was a bust for the Patriots. Obviously, if he leaves, I feel like he is a bust. He was a bust for New England. But I feel like somewhere else in a different environment, he can be a lot better than what he was for New England.
I agree that within any position, if you're not in the right system, no matter how skilled you are, you won't really thrive. There's some players that thrive in certain situations that just make them come from this player to just a whole new level, almost superstar. So it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, for sure. So on to the next news. Okay, so will Carson Wentz return to an MVP level? Ooh, that's tough to say. I do not think he'll return to an MVP level. I feel like he will raise his play a little bit. I think a change of scenery will be good for him. I don't think he'll return to an MVP level, because that's very hard to get. But I think he'll improve for sure in that offense, in the Colts offense, and having that defense to help, I think. But I don't think he'll be a MVP level player again.
I think with this new change in Indiana, with obviously Philadelphia, we knew wasn't really that good of a fit. So Indiana with their O-line, we already know they have a reputation of being one of the top 3 O-lines in that whole league. And with the run game to help, obviously Jonathan Taylor, we all know, is an amazing talent. So with that being said, if they can improve on the receiving core, if they can improve a little bit on that, I think Carson Wentz has a chance to be a top 10, 15 quarterback in this league around there. But to say he would be in that MVP conversation is very debatable, because it's that hard. It's so hard to be on that tier. So I don't know. But yeah. I don't think so, personally.
Yeah, I think he'll do a lot better. Pascal, obviously a great wide receiver. He did good in the playoffs and all that, but I don't think it's obviously a better wide receiver core than the Eagles. But I don't think it's gonna help him get back to that MVP level. And I want him to prove us wrong, but I just don't think he has that in him with that mental block. I don't think he does, and that injury was bad for him.
Facts. You want me? Okay. One's gotta go. Oh, this is, I think, to be honest with you, because I think Hunter Henry, although he is an amazing talent, I know this would be perceived as debatable, but I think Hunter Henry needs to go. Just because I know that Kyle Pitts hasn't proven really in the league yet because he just got drafted, but seeing his physical stature and his ability to play more as a wide receiver than a tight end, I think that already puts him over the level as a top 5 or 7 tight end already. And TJ Hawkinson and Mark Andrews, we all know are top 5. It's undisputed. So I don't think that one's too difficult.
Yeah, I struggle a bit with putting Kyle Pitts up there already because he hasn't played a single snap yet. Yeah. All we really know is college, and college is a big difference from the NFL. Right. But we know what Hunter Henry can do. We know what Mark Andrews and TJ Hawkinson can do. I agree with you, Mark Andrews and TJ, both undisputed, they're staying there. But I'm debating between Hunter Henry and Kyle Pitts. Now, Hunter Henry is a solid, very solid tight end. I think he is going to be great for New England, and I feel like he was really good for the Chargers. But I don't know if I can put him above Kyle Pitts just because he's the highest tight end ever. So drafted. So I think it's just for that reason. I think I'm gonna cut Hunter Henry, and I'm gonna keep Kyle Pitts just to base off his potential.
But I agree with you on that.
Ooh, okay. So, Michael Robinson says Dalvin Cook is going to be the guy that leads the league in rushing yards. I don't know if he's forgetting about this guy, Christian McCaffrey. I think Christian McCaffrey is easily going to be the best running back if he stays healthy. But I don't think Dalvin Cook's easily top 3, but I don't know if he's going to lead the league in rushing. That's very hard to do, especially when you have Derrick Henry out there, you have Christian McCaffrey, you have amazing rushers out there in the league, so I don't think he's going to lead it. I think he'll be top 3, but I don't think he's going to lead it with Christian McCaffrey and Derrick Henry still there.
This question, I think it's not really that bad of a take. I could see where he's coming from. And with, especially with, we know the addition of Julio Jones to Tennessee and A.J. Brown, that might cut Derrick Henry's rushing yards by about 300 or 400 maybe, to maybe 1,600 yards. But I think McCaffrey, due to his dual threat ability, might not get that rushing title. So I think it's very possible that he will get the rushing title just because of the situations for the upcoming season.
Yeah, I also think, I think Christian McCaffrey, I think he'll take it. But I think just because of the amount of targets Justin Jefferson will get this year, I think Justin Jefferson is going to take a lot of shine in that offense, and I think he's going to be that guy. And I don't think Dalvin Cook will be able to produce at the same level as last year. I think he'll be a little bit worse, not tons. It's not going to be significant. He'll still be top 3, but I don't think he'll be the number 1 rushing leader. But it's not a bad take at all, like you said. I think he'll be close. But
yeah, I agree. It could go either way. Because, with obviously Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, all the guys out there, they have, it's going to take it's going to take snaps away from Dalvin. So, I agree with your point saying he might not get the rushing title. Also, I'm going to add, I think Saquon might be a dark horse for the rushing title. But it all depends on how he comes back from this injury.
Yeah, we can't forget about Saquon. He's obviously still a threat everywhere on the field, except catching. But he can still do that. So I think there's a lot of good threats to be the rushing leader. But yeah, I think he'll be top 3 for sure. So yeah. Okay. This is tough. Okay. So, I'm a little biased because DK is my guy. I love DK Metcalf. But I don't think it's super hard right now because it's, I don't know. I struggle with it because, Devontae Adams, easily the best wide receiver in the league. Under that Aaron Rodgers offense he's crazy, right? And then Tyreek Hill, easily one of the best. He's a deep threat, which that's why he's such dangerous. Like, he's so fast, and then mixed with that bomb of an arm from Patrick Mahomes, he's crazy. But I'm debating DeAndre here because I don't know. I feel like DeAndre Hopkins, he's an amazing player.
What?
He's an amazing player. But for DK Metcalf, I'm thinking for DK Metcalf, he rushed for 1,300 plus yards and 10 touchdowns.
Bruh.
That's crazy, right? In his second year in the league.
Not
in his second year in the league, right?
Bruh.
So I think if we're going based on longevity, I think DK Metcalf has the chance to be better than DeAndre. But for now, right now, I'm gonna cut DK just because DeAndre is that guy, right? So, but I think later on, DK could definitely take that. They've labeled him the next Megatron, so obviously he's got some special talent there.
Okay, so, this is DK's gotta go. DK, the point about DeAndre Hopkins and DK, come on, this DeAndre Hopkins was going for 1,500 yards, 10 plus TDs with Tom Savage as his quarterback. Obviously, this year he got 13 or 1,400 yards, but he got 5 or 6 touchdowns. DK had obviously Devontae is there, and Tyreek with all his skills, I believe, is there, but DK. I'm going to be on record saying that he is an amazing player and he has amazing upside. He has showed some, for me at least, his drops have shown that he needs to put some work to become on that level. I think he's top 15 in my opinion. I don't think top 10, top 15. But if he fixes some of his issues drops and sometimes route running and the short routes, I think he'll be just amazing. He'll go to that next level for sure.
Okay, so you're saying DK, because of his drop problem, is not in there, right? But Devontae he has the best hands in the league easily, but he has had some key moments where he dropped the ball, but
Facts.
You still rate him the best guy with the best hands in the league because but DK is in his second year, right? And 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Right? In his second year is crazy. And he has a drop problem, but he's in his second year, of the league. That's crazy for that.
Facts.
So, I think DK is gone for now, but I think, very soon if he keeps up this, and, maybe he works on his drops a little bit, he'll be easily in there.
That I can agree with.
No.
I don't agree with Rodgers being the most talented QB of all time. No.
Out of those three, maybe. Because out of those three, Tom Brady isn't the most talented. He's had to work the hardest for what he got, but he isn't the most naturally talented at that quarterback position. I think easily this is correct, right? But I think Tom Brady is the best, obviously, there. Drew Brees is the stat king. I think I can agree on this, but that's also because Aaron Rodgers doesn't have to work as hard as Tom Brady, and even Drew Brees, I don't think he has to work as hard as but yeah, Drew Brees also has one of the best slant wide receivers in the league with Michael Thomas. That's easy stats. The
The thing is, most accomplished, obviously, that's no debate, Brady, Stat King, because stats sometimes are based more on volume than the player's ability. Drew Brees, obviously, most talented. I think Aaron Rodgers, don't get me, I'm going to say on record, top 3, top 2 most talented ever. But, like, I think his footwork is the issue that puts him to the not most, like, puts him behind other greats and talented. He, like, many great quarterbacks have said that Aaron Rodgers has one of the worst footworks for a quarterback. So I think just because, even though Brady's had to work for what he got, Brady just has, like, if I were to, like, want a guy on my team and talent, I'd go with Tom Brady. And I know this is going to seem like a casual take, but Tom Brady, in my opinion, is the most accomplished and most talented quarterback in NFL history.
I would say, okay, so Aaron Rodgers, okay, yeah, you can say he has a footwork problem, but he's the most talented. He gets that. At the end of the day, he gets the job done. He is, at his age, the MVP of the league. Yeah. Not many people can do that. With how many touchdowns he threw, obviously he has Devontae Adams, and if you gave Tom Brady Devontae Adams, it'd just be unfair. But, like, I think going back on it, Tom Brady, if I went back and I had the first pick in his draft class, I would not draft Tom Brady. Just because Tom Brady isn't the most, like, talented that way. Tom Brady has a chip on his shoulder because of how late he was drafted. And I think he is as good the way he is now because he worked hard because he had a chip on his shoulder.
I agree on that. That I'll give you.
Which 2020 will have the best NFL career? Okay. So, this is tough because Chase Young, obviously, amazing player. Amazing. But I do not know if he'll have as good as a career as, like, Burrow or Jefferson. I don't know if Herbert, I don't know. I see Herbert as, like, he had an amazing rookie year, obviously. But I think just the way Justin Jefferson performed with, like, his QB is not amazing, but he still did, like, so good, especially with having to share touches and receptions with Adam Thielen, Dalvin Cook, and he still did that level of production is crazy. So I think Justin Jefferson will have the best career there, but I think if Burrow can stay away from his injuries, I think he has a chance for it. Chase Young obviously is an amazing defensive player. There's always a case for that, but yeah, I don't think Chase or Herbert can really match up with Jefferson or Burrow. But, like, who knows? I see flashes in all of them, but I think Jefferson has this one.
I think, granted, Justin Jefferson had one of the best wide receivers rookie seasons ever, probably the best. I would argue Randy Moss's in 98 just because of the 18 touchdowns and just because what he brought to that team, was so amazing. Obviously, Chris Carter and I was like an amazing receiver on that 98 team as well. But yeah, I'm going to go who will have the best NFL career. I think who has the chance to be one of the all-time greats, I'm going to go with Chase Young. Just in his rookie season, like, you can tell that this guy, for 10 seasons or more, is going to be one of the best at his position to ever play. Granted, Burrow, I think he's going to be an amazing player. I think he's going to be like an Ocho Cinco because of the fact that they're amazing players. Just the type of environment and team they're in are going to hold them back, if that kind of makes sense. So I'm going with Chase Young for sure.
I agree with that. I think Chase Young is obviously going to be a very good player for a very long time. I also think Herbert will be the first player to win a ring. But I do not think that puts him ahead of anyone else. But I think Herbert was also put in one of the best situations there. rather than all the other players. With obviously having Keenan Allen as his main receiver, that's going to help him out a lot. So, but I still think Jefferson, just because of that reason that Herbert did have a fallback with like he had a good Chargers, like he got blessed with the Chargers basically. I don't think he'd do the same if he was put in the Bengals. I don't think he'd do the same as he did.
Bengals I would argue, this is going to seem super hot take, but I'd argue that the Bengals, especially now, but even before, had a similar, obviously they're very young, but like they had a good wide receiver core just as much as the Chargers. T. Higgins and what's Tyler Boyd, those are two amazing receivers. Obviously Keenan Allen is like a whole nother level, but like those two receivers are amazing. Like they're just really good.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, but I just because of the inexperience of the rookie core of the Bengals, I think Joe Burrow will be able to grow with the receiving core, but I don't think he'll be able to push them past to a championship.
Yeah.
Such as like Herbert with the Chargers.
I agree. I agree with you on that one.
Okay, bet. So we got a tier list here. So Alex Smith. I'm gonna put Alex Smith at the C tier.
Yeah, I'm going to put Alex Smith just because of his injuries between the C or D, but I'll put him more C tier. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'll put him C tier just because, like, he hasn't really, like, he's had a long career, but he hasn't really, like, been able to get away from injuries or, like, have that amazing season that, like, we want from him.
Facts.
I think Aaron Rodgers is an S tier.
Yep, that's
undisputed. Baker Mayfield, I'm going to put him at B tier.
I think because of he has a very good supporting cast around him, so I feel like he's kind of like a little bit above a mediocre quarterback, so I'd put him at the B tier. Like he's just like he's not like great.
He's like an average quarterback. He gets the job done for you, but he's a good quarterback, but he's not. I don't think he can really be that guy like Aaron Rodgers, obviously. So Ben Roethlisberger. Now, next season, D. So D, say for Ben Roethlisberger, he was not showing signs of being a good quarterback last year, really. I mean, he had an amazing regular season, but near the end of the season, he definitely died down. I think that's for a reason.
Yeah, I think he's S tier, and that stands for sexual assault. I'd say if you're gonna put Alex Smith at the C tier, I'm gonna give my boy Benny the benefit of the doubt, and I'm gonna put him at the C tier. Obviously, like he's kind of slow. Like obviously, he's like one of the guys that you really wouldn't want on your team. But like at the same time, I respect from a career aspect. I respect everything this guy has done for his team. So I'm gonna put him at a C tier. I'm gonna give my boy some respect.
That's fair. I'd say C tier just because of how he started off in the season. He did really good, obviously. He died down in the end of the season, but hey, I guess we'll see. Maybe he'll outperform his season from last year, which I doubt, but who knows? Okay, Cam Newton, D tier. Next season, he's gonna lose his job to Mac Jones, so he's a D tier.
Okay, no, bruh. I would say if there was an imaginary line between the C and D tier, I'd put Cam Newton there.
I'd say he's a D. I wouldn't really say it's last year he did not do good. Bruh. I think I don't know. I just don't see Cam Newton getting better than he was last year.
Yeah.
Obviously, he had a terrible injury a couple years ago that set him back.
Yeah.
He's never going to return to that Panthers Cam that we all want, but I don't think he's going to be. I don't think he's going to be better or on the level as like Alex Smith or Ben Roethlisberger.
I'm sorry, but Those are like the two worst QBs in the league.
Okay, but to be fair, last year Cam Newton had 10 touchdowns? Yeah, okay.
To
be fair, he does rush, but it doesn't matter. Your job is to throw the ball.
No,
if
it's
you can't,
not.
Yes.
It is a big part. Look at how Lamar Jackson...
He had more interceptions than touchdowns last year.
Revolutionized the game. Alex Smith, I think he even doesn't have a team, I'm pretty sure, or is almost retired, bro. He's dookie.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going with B tier for Cam Newton because
B tier. Yeah. You're saying he's on the same level as Baker.
Yes. What? He's better than Baker. He's better than Baker. I'm gonna explain why. Because obviously he had a down season last year, but he's had 9 great seasons.
If we're basing this off next year's play, Alex Smith doesn't have a team. We're putting him down to D tier. We can agree on this, right?
Yeah, facts.
Okay.
That's
so Alex Smith down to D tier. I forgot he didn't have a team.
Yeah.
Fair. Cam Newton, he's not gonna have a team either next year.
No, that's cap, bro. This is cap. This guy can start on probably 10, 11 NFL teams, maybe even 12 or 13.
The Jets.
No, stop, bro. Stop.
Nah, not even the Jets.
You're saying he's not a proven quarterback who's won an NFL MVP, who's shown that is one of the greatest rushers.
If we're going based on next year,
he's a B tier. Even what are we talking about?
A B tier.
Yes.
The same as Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
You're saying Baker Mayfield with Odell next year is going to be the same as Cam Newton.
Bruh, we're not talking about weapons though. We're talking about the actual player. If we're talking about weapons, then bruh, we're not talking about weapons.
But you need weapons to succeed as a quarterback.
But
if you're going to succeed next season,
weapons doesn't show your true ability. It doesn't, bro. Weapons doesn't show your true ability. It helps. It's like a booster. But if you're skilled, you're going to be skilled no matter where you are. But obviously, weapons do drastically help. So I'm going to put him at the B tier. And the imaginary line. I'm going to put him at the B tier. I'm going to put him
Okay. I think we'll meet in the middle and say C tier because Ben Roethlisberger. If Ben Roethlisberger is starting off 11-0 last year, and Cam Newton is throwing for 8 touchdowns and 10 interceptions, how is 8 touchdowns and 10 interceptions better than 11-0 start to the season? How?
Bro, I think. What do you mean? I would rather have a Cam Newton on my team than either of those two guys. If you're drafting a team, would you want Ben Roethlisberger over Cam Newton, or I would not want Baker Mayfield over Cam Newton, in my opinion.
What? Bro, what? What? Bro.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, so we can meet in the middle and say C.
Yeah, bet.
Okay.
Dak?
Dak Prescott's an S tier if he stays healthy. A tier right now, I'd say. Actually, no, I'd say A tier, but he was playing on an MVP level when he was healthy. We can agree on that.
Okay, I'd say arguably a high D tier, low C. Nah, I'm joking. I'd put him, in my opinion, he has all the skills and abilities to be an S tier. I'll agree with you on that, but just because he hasn't really had the type of season where he's at that full-blown superstar. He's at an A tier, but it's a borderline, Cam Newton. It's the imaginary line between A and S, but I'm going more A than S.
I agree with you, because he needs to stay healthy for an entire season and play like he did the first 4 weeks of the last year, and yeah, I agree. Okay, Daniel Jones automatic above S tier, S plus.
Yeah, what are you talking about? My guy's on the SSS tier.
Facts. This guy is superior to bro, 20 miles per hour? Who cares if he trips at the 20-yard line?
Tripped on his
So we can agree Daniel Jones is at S tier?
We can agree that he is an S tier.
Okay,
that's fact. An S tier, but like low key, he's a D tier.
Yeah, like, he's above Aaron Rodgers. He should have won MVP.
Like he's low key worse than Alex Smith. No, not this. Why Derek Carr? This is gonna bring up mad beef.
Oh, Derek Carr automatic?
No.
D tier. Actually, no. B tier.
Facts.
B tier.
Facts.
Right in the middle. He gets the job done like Baker, but he's not going to be that guy to take you to the next level like those other quarterbacks, like Daniel Jones. like Daniel Jones, Aaron Rodgers, and Dak Prescott.
We're talking about a revolutionary player. We're talking about a player that led the Giants to a 6-10. No, it was 7-9 record. Name one quarterback that's gonna lead that much,
facts,
bro. It's facts.
Bro, when you look at their team, that's actually pretty good. Facts. When you look at their team,
facts. Sterling Shepard as the wide receiver. Come on,
okay.
Bro.
My guy, Deshaun Watson. Can we just add another like tier that is called SA, and then it's gonna be we're gonna put Ben Roethlisberger there too.
Facts.
Can we do that? No. Okay, that's fine. We'll put Deshaun Watson before all this stuff. Regardless of whether he did that stuff or not, we based Ben Roethlisberger on that. I'm gonna say he's an A tier.
No. The A tier, nah, he's an M tier for massage therapist, but nah, I'm talking about, he's an S tier. This guy's a full-on top 3 QB in the game. What are we talking about right now? Like, obviously, what's happening is happening, but, he is a top 3 QB in this game. Not 1 or 2, he's third.
I'm gonna say he's an A tier, but I think he has the potential to be an S tier if he plays next year. For reasons. But to be fair, I will put him in S tier just because when he did have Will Fuller and stuff, he was playing out of his mind.
Facts.
I wouldn't say he's top 3. Maybe top 5.
12,
maybe top 5.
Just to know, Daniel Jones' team was 7-9. His team was 4-12. We have to take that into account. Daniel Jones.
I think we put Deshaun Watson A tier, and then move him S tier depending on if he plays. We'll do that.
Drew Lock, yeah.
Drew Lock's a D.
D. He's trash.
Drew Lock, D for Drew Lock. I think he's better than Alex Smith.
No. His parents should be ashamed of themselves because they produce. They didn't train him hard enough, bro. He's just not it. He's
soft.
Kwame Brown.
He's soft.
He's the Kwame
The only
Brown.
thing hard about Drew Lock is his jawline from breaking him breaking the masks. That's it. Okay, now we have Nick Foles automatically S tier.
He's...
Okay, now, on a serious note, Nick Foles, if he's not in the playoffs, he's a D.
Facts.
When he is in the playoffs, S, obviously.
D. He's like a triple D.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, Jared Goff. I'd say he's a C, B.
I would say he's a B because he's like the guys like Baker and Derek Carr.
Yes.
Shown that they're talented, but because it's not because of them why their team is thriving.
Yeah.
It's because of one guy and his name is Aaron Donald. That's why his teams have been so good.
And Jalen Ramsey and the defense,
Jalen
basically.
Just came, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he gets the job done, but he's not enough to take that team to the next level without serious weapons.
Factual.
Jalen Hurts, I think he's gonna be, based on his play from last year, B, but I think he has the potential to be an A just because he's gonna be that guy, he's gonna be a really good player for the Eagles. I don't think he's S tier though.
Nah, he's about C. He's about high C. He's about a C tier.
You're saying he's the same level as Cam Newton and Ben.
Put him. You can't put him on the level. I can't right now because of the lack of games he's played and the lack of what he's shown. He's shown like some concern so far. I'm gonna put him at the C tier, but I believe it can be higher in the future. I'll put him at the C tier.
I would argue he's B tier because he's like the other guys in that section. He's that guy. He can get the job done. When he was playing with the Eagles, they won some games, unlike Carson Wentz. So I think he's B tier. He just can't raise them to the next level as far as we know. But I think we can. We'll say he's the top of the C tier.
I would say he's high C.
All right, we'll say that. Jameis Winston, if he fixes his interception problem, easily an A. But I think he's a C with his interception problem. No, I think without his interception problem, a B. But I'd say he's a C.
I think
you can't be a bad.
I think he's a bona fide C. He's what a C quarterback represents is what Jameis Winston is. He's not a D because I'm not saying he's that bad. But if he fixes his interception problem, I'd give him a B. But as of right now, I'm gonna say he's a C. I'm gonna agree with you on that one.
I'd say C if he fixes an interception problem. B automatically. I think he has the potential to be an A. Just because you can't be a really bad quarterback and throw for 5,000 yards. That's really special to do.
He had 35 interceptions.
It doesn't matter though. He still threw for 5K yards.
5K yards
with Kamara on the offense.
Yeah, he gets 1 interception per yard. Nah, I'm joking. Okay, Justin Fields. I don't.
He hasn't played a snap. We're automatically putting the rookies in C, I think.
I don't like except Trevor Lawrence. He's different. But Justin Fields is a high C, low B tier, in my opinion.
I'd say we'll put him C just because he's rookie. He hasn't played a snap.
I'd say he's better than Russell Wilson. But
we'll put the rookies in C, I think.
He's better than Russell Wilson.
One of the guys. Jimmy Garoppolo again. Not the playoffs. We're putting him in a B tier. Because he can get the job done. He can get you wins, as seen.
That's a hot take. No.
I'd say he's B because I feel like he's the same level as Jared Goff, but he's more of a playoff player. He can get the job done. He can win you games, but he can't win you that. I don't know.
I think
he has an injury problem. That's why I put him B.
I can't put him over any of the guys on the C tier. Maybe but Ben Roethlisberger. I think he's a C tier. I respect your opinion, but none of those. He's the level below those guys. He's those guys, but just worse.
You're saying he's worse than a guy that hasn't played a snap in the NFL.
No, I'm saying the B tier. He's worse than all the guys on the B tier, and he's about at other than Cam Newton. Cam Newton's a B tier. I don't know why he's here, but he's a C tier in my opinion.
Okay, we'll put him high C. I think he's B, but we'll put him high C just because he has an injury problem.
Facts.
Burrow has an injury problem, but I'd put him B because he's that guy. He wins, but he has an injury problem. Josh Allen S tier. Based off what we've seen last year.
Yo, my jersey let's go. Josh Allen S tier for sure.
Okay, Justin Herbert. We haven't seen a lot from him. I think he's gonna be an A tier.
Facts.
We haven't seen a lot from him, but I think he has pretty good potential if he stays on the track he's at. Okay. This bona fide scrub.
No.
Okay, we'll put him C tier.
I'd say
bottom C tier.
I'd say A tier. I'd say A or B tier. No, B tier. I'd say B tier. Honestly, because he shows that he plays sometimes an A tier, but he's a B tier. He plays most of the time as a B tier. I'll give him that.
Okay, yeah, I'll put him B. Yeah, I'll put him B tier. Just because he helped Justin Jefferson. Okay. Kyler Murray is A tier.
Top
B, low A.
No, I'd say he's a good A. I don't know why. I'm just gonna point out. Sorry for like being super ADHD there, but like, why is Deshaun Watson just an A and not an S? Is it because of like the situation?
Well, because we don't know if he's gonna play next year, and if he plays next year and he continues the level of play with like all that stuff, he'll be an S tier for sure. We'll see how that goes.
Okay,
though.
I agree. Okay, I just need to clear that up quick.
Okay, Lamar Jackson, S tier, no debate.
I would say I would say S tier for sure. MVP of the league, S tier. Mac Jones,
S tier. Moving to S tier. Mac Jones is a GOAT. Mac Jones is my dad. S tier, 100%. Mac Jones. You search up Mac Jones and you get a picture of a GOAT.
Bruh,
S tier, 100%.
Outside of like internet aside and memes aside, I'm gonna put him like it's gonna be a problem when your quarterback just it's gonna be an issue. Like I'm talking about professional sports right here, not the average person. When your quarterback has a dad bod, it's gonna be
okay. Tom Brady.
Tom Brady is more lean than this guy.
No, bro. Have you seen Tom Brady's? Have you seen his rookie pictures? Like,
yeah,
bro.
But I'm talking about now. Tom Brady, you can see a little bit more. Like, this guy has a bona fide dad bod, even with sometimes a little worse than a dad bod.
Trust, bro. He's gonna be special.
Okay.
I don't want to see a shirtless picture of Mac Jones. I already have. So
what?
I think he's an S tier. If we have Daniel Jones up there, we have to put Mac Jones up there. Just the Jones brothers. Come on, bro. I know they're not brothers, but like, just. You got to. Matt Ryan, bona fide Dooney. That's why we put him in the D.
No, Matt Ryan.
Nah. Matt Ryan's easily an A.
I'd say an A, because how he plays is an A or a B. An A or a B. I'd say
no, screw that.
I'd say
C. He's a C.
He's a
C.
He's a
C.
He's a C. He's a C.
He has a throwing problem.
What?
He has Julio and Ridley, and he's not better than anyone in the A level. That's sad.
B? What are we talking? I'm not saying the A level. B level, he's at the same level as all of those guys. What are we talking about?
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
I'd say a B level. He's not like that great.
Top of the B.
Say B.
I'd say he's above Jared Goff, below Derek Carr and Baker.
Oh my god. Almost died. Yeah. Patrick Mahomes, I put him like at a D tier.
Yeah, honestly after his offensive line's performance, easily
facts. Like he was kind of cheeks, so I'm putting him at a D tier.
Russell Wilson's an S.
Russell Wilson's kind of a D tier too, in my opinion.
Okay, stop trolling.
No, Mahomes is a S tier. I was joking.
Yeah, Mahomes is an S tier, obviously.
Ryan Tannehill's a solid A tier. That's fact.
Yeah, Ryan Tannehill's an A tier. Yeah, 100%.
A tier. The way he played last year, I'd say he's a top.
He played
10
really well when he needed
8.
to. He doesn't have enough. Like he can't let himself shine because of Derrick Henry, obviously. But with Julio, that's gonna be dangerous.
Sam Darnold,
okay,
S tier. S tier. S tier. What are you talking about? This guy's an S tier. In Carolina, this guy's gonna duty on kids.
Bro, you're saying Cam Newton could start over Sam Darnold?
No, Sam Darnold. Wait. You're making me laugh. Sam Darnold has shown that he has the potential to be even the S tier. Like, some of his highlights, if you watch his tape, he, like, you can see, like, in, like, 5 or 10 years, we're gonna talk about this guy as, like, the greatest ever. Like, I'd say he's, like, maybe A tier or S tier, in my opinion. But, like, realistically, he's D.
Where's the receipts? What?
Wait, what? Why? I didn't even know that he put that. Where's he going?
Bro, he's going in at D.
I'd say D or C, but D.
No, D. It's 100% D.
D? Yeah, D, yeah. D.
Okay, Stafford.
Oh, Stafford?
I'm not a huge fan of Stafford, but I can respect that he's a B tier. High B.
I could respect that he's a bona fide A tier. I think
I don't think he's bona fide A tier.
One of the most underrated QBs in our generation. Like,
I don't think okay. If we're rating B tier on, like, he can win you games, he can be that guy, but he can't be that guy to take you to the next level, he fits right in that top of that section.
He is low-key that guy. I'd put him at an A tier.
But then why hasn't he?
Why hasn't he? Because it's the Detroit Lions!
He had Galladay. Galladay is an amazing top 15 wide receiver, I'd say.
Bro, what do you mean? If they can't win with the Ndamukong Suh, one of the greatest defensive players in, like, the 2010s, and they can't win with Kelvin Johnson, a bona fide top 5 receiver ever, on the same team, how do you expect them to win with Kenny Galladay, bro?
But you're saying he's that guy that can take you to the next level.
He could, though. It's not
I'm saying,
put him on the Rams next year, you'll see what's gonna happen.
I'm saying. We're putting him on the Rams with less weapons, I'd say.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, if he has less weapons on the Rams, and he can't do what he did on the Lions, bro, that's no.
I would say he's an A tier.
I'd say he's high B.
I'd say he's like A. No, I'd say he's debatable with.
I'd say he's high B.
Yo, the producer's tier. The producer's tier.
Just because we haven't seen what he can do with the Rams offense. Yeah. Maybe he'll do way better than I'm thinking.
I'll respect that, bro.
But we'll come back to it later in the season and we'll see how this list is coming along. Okay. Teddy Bridgewater's a C.
I would say like arguably like a low C, D kind of player.
I'd say he's a C. He's a C. Tom Brady, S tier or A tier?
I would say arguably A tier, but
I'd say A tier just because
I'm gonna screw it. If Daniel Jones is there, I'm gonna put Tom Brady at the S tier.
Yeah, nah. Tom Brady has to be S tier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trevor
Lawrence is a C tier because he's a rookie.
No, he's a B tier. Bona fide B tier, in my opinion.
They haven't played a snap.
He's shown that he can be a generational talent.
How?
What? Bruh, 6'5". Plays like, bro, you'll see. When he comes into the league, you'll see this guy's generational.
We'll put him at C tier where all the rookies are, except Mac Jones because he's GOAT.
Producer's tier.
And then we'll see during the season, and we'll move him up. But we'll put him high C for you, okay? Deal?
Sure.
And then we'll see during the season.
Nah, I think he's a B, but
okay, Mitch Trubisky is a D.
Yeah, facts. He is a D.
Let's be honest, high D though.
No, like he's like one of the worst, if not like the worst QB in NFL.
Okay, that's. I mean,
Tua's a C.
I'd say Tua's I'd say Tua's a B just because he can get you wins. But he doesn't have, like, crazy weapons.
Yeah.
And I don't think he can take you to that next level that the other guys above him can.
Yeah.
But I'd say he's, like, low B tier, maybe mid B tier.
I would say, like, maybe high C tier, low B tier. But, yeah, I can see where you're coming from. Carson Wentz, we can agree probably that he's a solid B. I think we can both...
I'd say he's... a C tier just based on
last season. Oh yeah, then
Tua's going in B, bro. Is Tua not going in B?
In my opinion,
because Tua can get you wins, but he's not that guy that can take you to the next level, like A and up.
He hasn't really. You're talking about guys not showing. What really and truly has Tua done?
You're telling me Cousins is better than Tua?
Huh?
You're telling me Cousins is better than Tua?
In my opinion, way better than Tua.
You're saying a washed Matt Ryan is better than Tua?
Yeah. Duh. I think so. In my
opinion, we'll put him high C and see how he does.
Yeah, facts.
He doesn't have a lot of weapons, so I'll give you that.
Like, I just can't put him on the B tier because he's not proven yet.
Okay, Carson Wentz, I'd say is high C tier, maybe B tier, but he had a bad injury. It sucks to rate him low because of an injury, but he hasn't really bounced back. So I'd say he's going to be performing at a high C tier along with the other guys.
Facts. Bro, I think Zach Wilson is S because his mom's a baddie. So, like, he's an
No, because just trying to hit.
Nah, bro. Like, Zach Wilson, if you're watching this, your mom's a bad. Nah, I'm joking. But I'd put him at
thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, facts.
I'd put him at an A tier. But, we'll put him C tier with the other rookies.
Facts.
Just so we can see their potential later on. So yeah, I'm happy with this list. Anything we want to change?
No, I think
this is a good list.
Be a list above for Daniel Jones and Mac Jones.
Yeah, and we should add a SA tier with Deshaun Watson and Ben Roethlisberger. But we can do that next time.
Facts. Oh.
Okay, start bench cut easy. Luka is starting.
Yeah, facts.
Dame is benched.
Facts.
And Kyrie's cut. Just based on Kyrie's injury problems.
I think, yeah. Luka is just, he can show that, like, out of this generation, this new generation, under 25 generation, is the best one. You can already tell.
It's going to be a special future for them.
And then Damian is really, Damian is really good. So I'm going to put him at, bench.
Yeah.
But it could low-key interchange between those two.
I would say Damian Lillard, just based on last season, is the bench player right here for us because Kyrie was injured for a lot. He also had to share quite a bit with James Harden and KD, obviously. Facts. So that's going to lower his production.
And he's still amazing.
But if we're talking all-time, obviously it's Kyrie starting because he helped LeBron with that championship run.
All-time? No. Luka Doncic is still starting all-time.
All-time? Well, then one guy has a championship.
This guy Luka, and he's...
This guy couldn't bring them to a conference finals.
He could... What do you mean? Kyrie's team. Damian Lillard is one other than the first round. What has Damian Lillard done in his career? Let's hear it. Other than the first round performances. He's had the best statistical game of all time in the playoffs. Every time the rounds, in the second round, he won that series in 2019 4-3 versus Denver, but Denver wasn't really there yet. So I'm gonna say Damian Lillard is sometimes one of the most overrated playoff performers of our generation, excluding the first round. When we're not talking about the first round, this guy drops off, and that's facts.
He doesn't have a supporting cast.
What is CJ McCollum?
CJ stepped out of bounds and cost him the...
Yusuf Nurkic.
Yusuf is a certified...
Robert Covington. Carmelo Anthony. Bruh. Carmelo
is kind of washed. He's a good rotational player, but he's not another star like Luka has. Okay, no.
Nah, but Dame's amazing, but I'm gonna put Luka at first all time, and then bench Kyrie, and then cut Dame.
All time,
yeah.
Sheesh, okay.
I think Luka all time, even in his 3 years, are better than both of these guys.
Well, one of them has a championship.
But that's LeBron James's work. What is Kyrie? Kyrie.
So that buzzer beater meant nothing.
Conference finals
that buzzer beater meant nothing.
That shot was amazing, but that was LeBron's work. That championship. Kyrie helped
it was mainly LeBron.
But Kyrie helped.
But Kyrie was a major piece in that championship.
A major piece. Yes.
Luka hasn't been that guy that can lead them to even the finals.
Doesn't he have the most points in the playoffs of all time?
No.
He averages 33.8 points per game. That's the most all time.
He's played 3 years, bro.
But still, these are against...
We're talking about playoff performances. Terrence Mann is top 10. He has a 40-point game.
What? Terrence Mann... This guy consistently drops 40 points in the playoffs. Terrence Mann had one good game in the playoffs.
Alright,
or 2.
I think Kyrie and Lillard are switchable.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
Yeah.
This year...
Kyrie's
Kyrie's getting cut all time. Lillard's getting cut. We'll say that.
I'll say that for sure.
Passing of the torch. Let's see here.
Wait.
So, Okay, well, this is not close. I'm sorry, this is not close.
Wait, I think they're totally different. They're totally.
D Wade's line is
I think Donovan Mitchell. A lot of his game resembles a lot of what D Wade was. Obviously, no, I'm not saying as good, but Donovan Mitchell has shown that he has resemblance of D Wade. I'm not gonna say he's gonna be the third best shooting guard of all time like Dwayne Wade, but I'm gonna say that Donovan Mitchell will have a productive career. I don't think a championship will come or anything, but he will have a very good career.
Not on the Jazz, but maybe on
Jazz
another team.
have a solid team, not a championship team, but a solid team.
They were a regular season team, much like Lakers. No, I'm joking. They had injuries, but everyone had injuries except them, and they kind of
Russ and Ja, no.
Except like Conley, but
Russ and Ja Morant, it's totally different.
You can't compare the two players. First of all,
you can't.
Russ is way better, 100%. Russ is a top 10 point guard of all time.
I like more.
Maybe even top 5.
Russ is way. No.
Bro.
No.
What?
No, Lucas, don't do it. Don't do it.
He's borderline top 5.
He's not borderline top 5. What are we talking about,
How is he not borderline top 5?
What are we talking about? Oscar Robertson, Magic Johnson, Steph Curry. Who else? I'm thinking. I'm just thinking of more point guards. I'm gonna do some of my research quickly. Even Jason Kidd.
No, stop, bro, stop. This is cap.
Barry. Okay.
You can't put Isaiah Thomas over him.
That's what I was saying. Isaiah Thomas too. Chris Paul I can put over him. John Stockton I can put over him. Steve Nash I can put over him.
Can you though?
No, you can't. Bob Cousy I can put over him. Bob Cousy I can put over him.
You're saying this man's that has averaged the triple-double. That is so outstanding.
That don't mean nothing.
You're blind.
No, I'm saying that means a lot, but that doesn't put him in the top 5 conversation.
If he wins a championship, he's top 5.
Pardon?
If he wins a chip, he's top 5.
I can't agree with you on that, bro. I can't.
Who's your top 5 PGs?
I would say, Steph Curry, obviously.
Okay, I'll put Steph.
Magic Johnson, obviously. We're talking Isaiah Thomas, Oscar Robertson, and Chris Paul. Those are my top 5 PGs ever.
Okay. Now.
And John Stockton is in 6th. I'm just going to put him
John Stockton 6th. Even without a chip.
Even without a chip, I put him at 6th. And then Barry is
so
just
what puts John Stockton past Russell Westbrook? What puts John Stockton past Russell Westbrook's career? He doesn't have a championship.
What puts John? He's the all-time assist leader and all-time steals leader, and that.
Okay, and you're saying Russell Westbrook won't be up there when he's done?
Not in assists or steals, no.
He's averaging 11 assists a game every season.
No, he's not. He's probably only averaged over 11 assists, maybe 1 or 2 times in his career.
Let's see. Okay. So this year, he averaged another triple-double. Okay, so he's extremely hated on for no reason. I didn't like Russell Westbrook, and I'm starting to appreciate how crazy he actually is. Okay, so he's averaged a triple-double. Let's see here. He's averaging a borderline triple-double for his entire season. For his entire career.
Borderline, but that's still...
That's impressive. And when the time is done, he's probably going to.
When I judge a player, I obviously stats account. And if we're talking about stats, maybe, you could put him top 5. Not really top 5. I'd say just outside the top 5, maybe. But, as a player, I look at the eye test, and the eye test doesn't show me.
You're not old enough to do an
run.
eye test on John Stockton, bro.
Yes, I am. I can watch film. I've watched film on John Stockton, and I can tell you that if for facilitating an offense, he's a hell of a lot better than Russell Westbrook, and the same can be said for Steve Nash. 8 seconds or less. That's revolutionary. That's revolutionary. The modern pace of NBA is Curry has a lot to do with it for shooting wise, but Steve Nash has set the modern pace of the NBA. Phoenix Suns back in the day were at the pace of now. That's revolutionary.
No one does 8 seconds or less now.
What? Nobody does 8 seconds or less.
No one. 7 seconds or less, technically.
Bruh. That's cap.
No one does. Name one team that does 7 seconds or less.
Pardon?
Name one team that does 7 seconds or less every game.
Name one. I would say Golden State has a very.
Nope.
Sacramento Kings has a. Bro, you don't even watch Sacramento.
No, I do. I love De'Aaron Fox, but they never do 7 seconds or less.
They do.
7 seconds or less is very rarely used.
I'm not saying every play. I'm just saying they're fast paced. That's what I meant by that. Fast paced offenses.
But no one really runs a 7 seconds or less offense anymore. Because you really need a solid big man like Amari Stoudemire. And you need a very good facilitating point guard like Steve Nash.
Marvin Bagley is an amazing... Marvin Bagley...
You're comparing Marvin Bagley to Prime Stoudemire.
No. Marvin Bagley is a very good player. Marvin Bagley is a solid-ass player.
But we can agree on this. Top row is way better than the bottom. Right now. Maybe in the future... Lucas.
We're talking about legends of the game compared to 25-year-olds or less, Lucas. Come on,
yeah,
bro.
But I think...
We have to give it time.
I think the only two players here that might surpass these guys are Luka and Booker. Maybe Trey, but I don't know.
Booker and Kobe, I think Kobe plays a little bit more like a Jason Tatum than Devin Booker. I think Devin Booker has more of his own play style. So I'd say Jason Tatum's closer to Kobe than Devin Booker, in my opinion.
But I say the only guys that I can see...
Because Kobe couldn't really shoot the rock as well, especially beyond the arc like Devin Booker. But Devin Booker doesn't facilitate like Kobe did, so it's hard.
He worked on that later in his career. But we can agree that I don't think the only players that might match up are Luka and Devin.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. Top 5 players from the 2018 draft class. Luka, Ayton, Trey, Porter. No, Shea, then Porter. That's how I rate them.
I would say, in my opinion, this is hard to do, but I'm gonna go. Maybe it's close. Luka at 1, Trey at 2. Shea Gilgeous, because he's my boy. That's Canadian. That's some Canadian stuff. We going at 3. And then Aiden is at 4, because DA's proved himself. And MPJ is at 5. I'm going to explain why. Because although this guy has shown that he has the craziest potential. This guy has potential to be a superstar, in my opinion. He just hasn't really shown it yet, whether it's injuries, because I'm pretty sure he sat out one season due to an injury, and then like others, he's not really in that key role. So yeah, I'd put him at 5.
Okay, yeah, I agree with Porter at 5 just because like he has crazy potential. Obviously, I think by the time he ends his career, I think he will probably end up probably one of the best here. I wouldn't put Trey at number 2 just because Trey, every coach and everything has said that they don't like the way Trey plays. And that says something.
That's what you're basing it on.
No, but that says something about Trey. Because if coaches and head offices are saying that they don't like the way a player plays,
bro, so who
it says something about that player.
Ahead of Trey? Who are you putting?
Aiden. Just because he has proved himself as he's better for his position. Like obviously he's an amazing player. Chris Paul has also helped him a lot.
You can't put him ahead of Trae Young.
I think I can.
What? Nah, that's sketch. He's an amazing center. I'd say top 5 to 7 big in the NBA. But I don't think he's there yet. He's not above Trey. Trey's like top 5 PG in the game.
I think they're switchable.
Nah.
And then I think Shea's 4th, and then MPJ.
Yeah.
I think they're switchable though. Top.
I would say. Let me see. I'd say bottom. I'd say bottom in my opinion because we got. I think who wins the matchup, Curry and Dame. That's a close matchup. I think that's an even matchup, especially but I think Curry's probably got the edge on that. Spider D and Clay. I think I got Clay in that matchup because Clay's more fundamentally just. Yeah, they can say the top. Jimmy or Chris Middleton. I think, in my opinion, I like Jimmy, but like some people put him in like this superstar status, which I don't think he really is. He's top 15 in my opinion, or top 20. But like I don't think he's better than Chris Middleton, no. Jason Tatum or Giannis? Giannis. Rudy Gobert and Joel Embiid, you can agree that is Joel Embiid.
Okay, but you're thinking
Rudy's
about it.
cheeks.
You're thinking about it on a one-on-one thing.
The
bottom spacing would be terrible.
It would be
the bottom spacing would not be good.
You don't make sense. These are all shooters. All of these guys have the ability to shoot. The top spacing wouldn't make sense. Because how are you going to put Rudy and Jimmy and Giannis? Those are 3 players who have shown to have some shooting problems. And then Curry is the only, and Mitchell, but Curry's the only, I'd say if anything, the top spacing would be a problem. But their defense would bring them to like a leveling up with the spacing.
I think the top perimeter defense will be able to easily beat the bottom.
Yeah. I think
you're forgetting Jimmy Butler carried the Heat to the finals last year.
I think they had a deep team. I think Jimmy Butler was the main asset to that team, obviously, but they did have a deep team. There was
multiple games in those playoff series 100%. Where if Jimmy Butler didn't play the way he did, they would have been out.
Of course, that's with any star player, though.
And you can't really say that about anyone on the bottom. Maybe Dame.
I could say that because without Dame, Portland would be a borderline lottery team. Without Klay Thompson, the Warriors, in my opinion, wouldn't be where they are today without Klay Thompson. Chris Middleton is an asset, but sometimes he plays like a borderline Kyle Kuzma.
Klay Thompson and Chris Middleton are both secondary players. And if you're going by one-on-one, by the way you said it, the top has a 3-2 lead. And I think Rudy can give Joel a run for his money because Rudy is a good defensive player.
Rudy is cheap.
Bro, you can't say Rudy is cheap. No, Rudy has been a top defensive player.
Rudy is cheap.
But that doesn't matter when you have Giannis, Jimmy, Devon.
Okay, watch when they space out. Rudy is a very good paint defender, but when you take it outside to the mid-range and 3-point areas,
but that doesn't matter. Rudy can stay on the full defensive side. They have Curry, Donovan, Jimmy, and Giannis. They're not going to have problems on offense with those four.
I think if you're looking at it, just off looking at it, maybe the top, but I think the bottom low-key has it, in my opinion.
I don't know. It's tough.
It is tough.
I think the top has it, though. Oh my god.
No. What?
This is done. This is done.
Nah.
End the podcast. End the podcast.
Nah, bro. Like, come on.
End the podcast.
This is.
End the podcast.
He just did this for sure to cheese you.
Facts.
But like, if you're looking off base. Like the base player, yes, but skill, not even close.
Cam Reddish has potential, not Paul George potential.
Yeah, right? I think so. If he actually played to what they said, maybe, yeah. I
but that's like anyone. Like, if they played to what they said,
no, but that's what they're talking about. They see a lot of they see a lot of what Cam Reddish can become. And if he changes what he's going and not average like 5 points or 10 points a game, I think he can be that type of player. He just needs some mental help. I mean, like, the mental aspect of the game. Like, sometimes I feel like he lets the game get to him. That's what I meant. Not, like, anything else.
Yeah, I don't think it's close. That's a terrible take.
I think their play style a little bit is similar, but, like their base play style, not how good they are. Because, obviously, Paul George is way better. But, yeah. I think it's not that bad, but, yeah. Yeah, dude.
Oh, 100% the Warriors. The Warriors. Bro, this team went to the finals like 5 straight years. This team couldn't even beat the Bucks.
But this team lost to Toronto.
They didn't have KD. They had
KD for Game 5.
Okay, but he played like 30 minutes and like he was injured. Let's be honest. And they didn't have Clay for Game 6. Or 7. Or no,
there wasn't no 7.
There wasn't a 7, but they didn't have 6.
Yeah.
And that's Game 6 Clay. Clay was going off.
No, I think, Warriors got it. But, like, are we talking about prime DeMarcus Cousins, or are we talking about, the 2019?
This is 2019 Warriors.
Okay, so, like, there's still, I think, the Warriors low-key have it.
Yeah,
because Jeff Green is kind of the guy that just pushes the scale towards
Jeff
the
Green
Warriors.
Would get clamped by Draymond.
I think Draymond's a little bit like he's a very good defender, but like sometimes he says he's the best defender ever. That's cap.
Yeah, that is cap.
So like I
think the Warriors have this because
they
even made it to the finals and then they were injury plagued.
I don't know how the league let 2 of the top 3 players be on the same team, but
yeah, well, and then you have the Nets that couldn't pass the Bucks because of KD's big toe, but I still think they wouldn't. They couldn't make it to the finals, so I don't think they could beat the Warriors that did. Facts. This is the Warriors that won. Facts. When they signed Kevin Durant.
Facts. Okay.
Alright, bet.
Are we starting from left? Okay.
Yeah. Alright, so Malcolm Brogdon, I'd say he's an A.
I would say a B. I'd say B.
I'd say he's a high B.
I'd say he's a mid B. I think he's an amazing player, but like he's just your definition of it. Like he's a very good defender, but like he's a
good offensive player. I think the Pacers hold him back a little bit though.
I think he's a B for now.
I'll say B for now. I'll give you that. Kobe White, I'd say C. He has flashes of really good play, but he still needs to prove himself. He's still really young, but I think he has potential to be an amazing point guard in the league.
I think I can agree. Kyle Lowry, I think Kyle Lowry's an F tier for that fat boy. No, I'm joking. I think he's an A tier.
I think he's an A tier too.
I think he's established. He
was a big role in that championship as well.
Is that who
Markelle Fultz?
That's Markelle Fultz, right? Yeah, that's a D.
I
love him, but that's a D or that's a D. He's like
I'd say D.
First overall draft pick.
They messed up his jumper. Like justice for Markelle.
Yeah,
justice for Fultz. Man.
No, justice. He's cheating. Nah, but like he shoots like one of my old, like the kid that used to go to my old school.
Okay.
And he's an L.
Okay, Darius Garland, I'd say is a B tier.
No, I'd say Darius
Garland's good.
Darius Garland's good, but he's a C.
I'd say he's good. I'd say he's better than Kobe White. I'd say he's not as good as
Garland. He's good, but not bad. I wouldn't say bad.
When you look at the beginning of the season when the Cavs were doing good, Darius Garland was a big
for the 5 games.
No, they were like 20 games. They were pretty good.
I'd say and then they were cheeks. They finished the last.
Well, they had injuries obviously, and then obviously like they did trades and stuff, but Darius Garland was a big deal in that, and he was averaging like 23 points or something. He's very good. He's young. Player. He's a good young player. I think he's on the same level as Malcolm Brogdon, maybe a little worse.
Yeah, Malcolm.
So I'd say B.
Yeah. B, or I'd say C. But
I think he's a average player.
Killian Hayes, I can't really. I would say C tier because I haven't really seen.
I'd say Killian Hayes is a C, but he has the potential to be an A+.
A+. Facts. Him and Jeremy Grant are going to be good for the next year.
They're going to be very good. They have a bright future.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike Conley.
B.
I'd say high B, low A.
I'd say at this point of his career, he's a B.
Yeah. High B.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris Paul's an S.
Like,
he's leading the Suns.
He's like a high S, low D.
Patrick Beverley's a low B.
I'd say a low B, yeah. Low B. He's kind of low B, yeah. I agree. Jamal Murray, I would say, is an A in my opinion.
I'd say an A too.
Ben,
it sucks that he has to deal with that injury.
Ben, in my opinion, is an A too.
Ben is an A. He's getting too much hate for this one playoff run.
Facts.
Next year he's gonna come back. I think he's gonna be a lot better. But he needs to fix that.
Luka Doncic is S. There should be like an S+ tier for guys like Doncic and Curry. But yeah, Dennis Schroeder
for that playoff
facts.
run. This was a booty, bro. Oh my god!
I'll say he's a B tier.
No, C tier, bro.
At least, C. Yeah, C. I'd say C, but like he has played like a B before.
No, low C.
Steph Curry S. We don't even need
S,
and then I'd say A for John Morant.
Yeah, I'd say A.
And then DeJounte Murray is a high B in my opinion.
I'd say he's a B.
High B, low A. In my opinion, he's an A tier guy.
He has a lot of potential. He's a great player. I think he still has some time to grow, though. I think to get to that A. I think Zoe is a high B. I think Zoe's an amazing facilitator.
I think Zoe is.
He fixed his jump shot. He's a lot better shooter now.
He's low key getting better, but I think he's like a B tier, like just solid B.
I think he's a very solid B. Has a chance to be an A.
DA is
he's improving every season.
DA is low key A, almost on that S level.
Solid A, 100%. All-star player, I'd say.
Is that Shea?
Shea is an A.
Shea is an A. Facts.
D'Lo
this season A, but this season I'd say more of a B player.
High B.
He
also had some like injuries though too. Like.
Kyrie, I would say is like A or an S. In my opinion, Kyrie's a superstar.
Yeah, I just struggle with the injuries. That's all.
I think I'm putting him at an S, but
like, I'll say S. When healthy, S for sure. Kevin Porter Jr. I'd say he has the potential to be amazing, but I'd put him B.
I'd say B or C, because I think we're giving too much leeway on what a B should be sometimes.
I say he has the potential to be a really good player, so he's a...
Drew Holiday is so hard to rate, but I'd personally put him at a B tier.
I'd put him a higher B. Because he's helped Giannis in this run, he's helped the Bucks in this run, but he's had some games where he's not the best.
D Rose is a B tier for sure.
B tier, high B tier. My 6 man of the year, in my opinion.
Trae Young S, in my opinion.
I'd say A.
What?
I'd
say S. The way he's playing, he's an S, in my opinion. He's a bona fide S.
He's not playing, though.
No, the way he played last year is what I meant. Yeah.
I was gonna say, bro, he couldn't do it. I'd say A. I don't know. I have trouble rating him because he's so fresh in the league. And like,
but Doncic has played the same amount.
Yeah, but Doncic is Doncic.
But I'd say Trae is an S. Like the way he played this playoff run, just proved what kind of player he can be. So that
I'd say S after the.
I think we can both agree that Kendrick Nunn is a C tier. I think we can both agree with this. He plays for Miami. Did you say?
I have no idea who that is.
I'd say C tier for C tier. No, not Kemba. Kendrick Nunn.
Oh, that's Kendrick Nunn?
Yeah.
Yeah, he has the potential to be a really good player.
Kemba's a B in my opinion.
Kemba is a B now. I think he's getting old.
He used to be an A.
He used to be an A, possibly even an S. Charlotte Kemba was nice.
Patrick's trying to slide Kemba to S tier.
Mid S. Or mid B. Mid B, I'd say.
LaMelo B in my opinion.
Yeah, I'd put LaMelo B. He has potential to be an amazing player, though.
Yeah.
He had some injury problems as well, so.
I'd put Russell Westbrook at S or A or S, but I'd say more S than A, so S.
I'm happy with
like
this.
SA.
Poor Markella. We can move Markell up to C, I think.
No, bro, he's cheeks.
He's not cheeks. They messed up his jumper.
What do you mean they messed up?
Okay, but you can't. Okay,
bruh, he's not a bad player. I'll say that.
He's not a bad player
compared to these guys.
It's kind of unfair to rate someone who got his jumper messed up by people.
He's just like a first overall pick. In no situation, you don't expect him to turn into like a low role player. You know what I mean?
That's also not completely his fault.
How's
he had bad injuries. They messed up his shoulder, messed up his shooting form, and that kind of
me too
resulted in that. All right, bet. So thank you for listening to our Hoff Hall of Fame podcast.
Yeah,
we had a great time.
Facts. Some good debates in there.
Yeah, we'll be back soon.
For sure. Thanks for talking, everybody.